So we know that there has been a pause on the tariffs, the blanket 25% tariffs, the energy 10% tariffs for Canada and for Mexico for any product or good that falls under the free trade agreement, CUSMA, USMCA, whatever you want to call it, NAFTA 2.0. And we know that this pause is until April 2nd. We are not 100% clear on what qualifies as not falling under CUSMA, and there seems to be some discrepancy in percentage of products that are fallen under according to the White House versus how we would characterize it, so that still needs to be clarified. We also know that provincially at least, the retaliation plans, at least in Ontario, go ahead even with this pause. Doug Ford saying until the threat is removed entirely, he is not going to back away from his decision to impose a 25% surcharge on electricity going to the States from Ontario. You had heard from the Premier Eby in BC also talking about that the threat itself is a problem. But we don't know federally what, from the Prime Minister's office yet, what might have been agreed to on the retaliatory tariffs from the federal. So we're waiting for that to see whether there's been any give on that or what goes ahead or whether there's a pause in those as well.
Yeah, that's interesting, Karina, right? Because now that the pause is there, is this still full steam ahead? It sounds like it from Doug Ford, and it sounds like it from the Premier of British Columbia, David Eby, that this can't be kind of hanging over our head. That we're just constantly, I think Melanie Joly described it as a psychodrama. Then we also heard Justin Trudeau, he was asked, what do you think of that? And he said, he described it as Thursday. But, you know, that kidding aside, that this is just something that is wreaking havoc with the Canadian economy. And it's making Canadians angry and anxious.
And we're still waiting to hear, well, we're not waiting to hear. At this point, Donald Trump has said that the aluminum and steel tariffs planned for next week still go into effect, that the reciprocal tariffs April 2nd. And will those reciprocal tariffs, do they include their calculation of the GST? You know, there's still a lot of questions. And so I think Lord Austin was right. Like, Canada has to use this time to figure out how it proceeds going forward.